I think Riot Forge was a failure in terms of story expansion. I think in the future they might be more serious about expanding on a few big games rather than making a lot of games. For Riot Forge, I think Riot Forge, at the end of the day, what it was that you're going to be using indie studios, right? This is indie studios making these games. You know, Convergence, Hextech Mayhem, Song of Nunu, Rune King, The Mage Seeker, all of these games were done by indie studios. With an indie studio, at the end of the day, they don't work for Riot Games. It's a separate studio from Riot. And so you can only tell them what to do so much. Like, you can guide them a little bit. You can tell them this is how the story has to go. You can tell them at times like, oh no, this won't work. But you can't just like completely force them to do what you want, because it's not your studio. It's an indie studio and you're contracting out the game to them. And so, like, for example, like that fight with Song of Nunu, maybe they felt like it shouldn't have been in there, but it's not your game. It's, you know, what is it? What's that studio again? Tequila Works, that's what they were. It's Tequila Works' game. And so you can guide them, but you can't take, you know, complete control on the project. And so I think that while they liked Riot Forge, it's just the story wasn't matching. Like, the closest to canon I'd say would be Mage Seeker. Mage Seeker felt pretty canon. Vandaltale is literally an alternate universe. Convergence is an alternate universe. Hextech Mayhem's got nothing to do with the lore. Song of Nunu, they said is canon, but I think they're going to renege on that before the Rider mode, because it does a little bit of damage to the Watchers, who are very important to Runeterra. And the Rune King is pretty close to canon too. It can be canon, it wouldn't make a difference. What they should renege on is the Sentinels of Light event. That was pretty bad. But that's why I think Riot Forge they stopped making games. It's just because they couldn't control the lore in the way they want. And at the end of the day, we as like a community of usually Riot game lore fans, like at the end of the day, those are the people that are watching. Like, my community is all people who care about Runeterra mostly, and Runeterra lore or Arcane. So the people that are invested in like the community understand, oh, what's canon and what isn't. But I can guarantee you a random player, a random person who doesn't watch YouTube, is not like in the loop, is not going to look at Convergence and think to himself, is it canon or isn't it canon? He's going to think it's canon, 100%. He's not going to look at the Vandaltale and think it's not canon. He's going to say, oh wow, so Yordles use Yarn to traverse the Bandlewoods and to travel between portals. The Mage Seeker, when he reads a note, he's going to assume that it's 100% canon. No, they're not going to play these games thinking it's in an alternate universe, something like that. Not gonna lie, I was completely underwhelmed with Song of Nunu. The rest of Riot Forge, I think, did the lore justice. Really, I think Song of Nunu was a great game. It just, the ending got me. I really liked the flute mechanic and all that stuff. But I'm also a big fan of Yooka-Laylee, and it kind of gave me those vibes. I don't know if you guys ever played Yooka-Laylee. The first one, man, that was great. Yooka-Laylee, the first one, was really good, and it gave me those vibes. Convergence is definitely on an alternate timeline, though. Like, it's confirmed in the end cinematic. Oh, except for that scene with Ornn, that was good. Yeah, the Ornn stuff was amazing. Ornn looks so good in Song of Nunu. Man, Ornn looks so freaking good in Song of Nunu. Where is he? Yeah, look at Ornn. His model was great in Song of Nunu. Same with Volibear. I thought they did great with Volibear. It's literally just the Watchers. That's the only gripe I had with Song of Nunu. If they did the Watchers well, which I just don't think they should have gone down there and fought. I think it would have been 10 out of 10.